When we look at Vertigo, lovely map, beautiful changes.
Yeah.
We love it.
Definitely. You know, the wallbang spot on A is gone. You don't see any more of that cheese, hopefully. B is a lot better. It's an open site. We're not going to see those full smoke executes that just cut off everything. I like this map. This is the best version of Vertigo we've had ever since, I mean, it was created, really. Think about old school Vertigo. No more jumping CT to T spawn, at least. G2, more than favored in the GGBet odds, and we're right into the action, Harry.
I'm so excited to see what this new look Vertigo is like, right? Between pros. So let's see. Now, over here towards construction, Jax actually just goes running straight into the firing line. This B site is an open casket right now, and it's full of GODSENT players, but here is Makalele trying to close the gap. Madden over here close as well. Jax is holding the generator, looking to generate some success in this round with there we go. He does get the kill. Better late than never, but now Stiko trying to craft something from this round. A 1v1. Nexa over here, tucked away, not giving anything up. Stiko hasn't seen him yet in spite of these jiggles, but he's got an idea. An idea is not enough, however, to get you past the beautiful beast that is Nexa. G2 get the pistol round locked in, and they go 1-0 up. Get that out of here. Nexa throws the Zeus off the map.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, nice start from G2. That's a really good pistol round. They have some cool utility. They throw a molly in through, you know, the mid windows, and it lands in the scaffolding. A smoke to cut off the line of sight from CT. Nice utility from G2. I wonder what is going to become standard util on this map, because of course it's changing so much, so frequently. That's not a complaint. That's just an observation. You know, I think this is in a good spot right now. And you know, the B main area is cool because it now gives CTs the option to take map control, even more so than just the bottom of B stairs. You don't have to walk through that choke point where it's left or right, 50-50, you live or die. Well, now there's only one side to look at, and that's the side the Nexus sits at, waiting for the B push. Kenny got a kill here earlier. GODSENT have left only a single man here. It's Madden, the madman. As GODSENT stack up over on the A side of things, giving away middle. Amanek is going to try and peer into that position. The scout is here, but Stiko's so low. A bullet would end his life. Grenade might do the job, but that smoke will at least keep him up for a little bit more time. And Jax has found a further advantage for G2.
Yeah, it feels like that little peek on construction into mid. You feel like it's going to be a sick angle. You feel like, oh man, they can only see like a tiny bit of me. I'm going to wreck them. But I feel like it's like one of the easiest angles to just pre-fire in the game right now. Like, you know, we see both players there get cut down with little to no resistance. And now G2 get that second on the board. They find the conversion, unlike what they weren't able to do back on Dust2. They get this one in the bag. They go 2-0 up. No money in the bank accounts of GODSENT, so it should be that nice free 3-0 lead. Oh,
nice.
3-3
Quite
next to each other. Never nice. Yeah, look, this position, like, you think it's going to be filthy. Like, Madden's probably thinking, yeah, man, I got him. And they all get churned up. Now just Mac-10s alongside these AKs to try and make some money in this round. I feel like as well, we're going to see some fights for this control down here towards B. I think this is going to be one of the changes, right? This is something that we saw a lot of pros talking about when this change was made, about how this could be the new area that you fight for early on down towards the B site. I'm curious how this new iteration of Vertigo is going to shape on up, though.
Yeah, I don't think we've had quite a sample size yet, right? So,
yeah, I mean, that's one of the things, right, that's so sick, like, to me, is whenever changes get made to a map or a new map gets brought in, you always get, like, that, like, first, like, knee-jerk reaction from pros where they kind of start to, like, hypothesize as to how the meta might shape up from, like, a glance. And then, you know, like, usually when you kind of get, like, 2-3 weeks in into seeing the map come up a hell of a lot, the meta's, like, evolved into, like, a completely different stage, right? As everyone gets more used to the layout and kind of finds, like, new things to exploit, new smokes, new flashes. You know, you got the stunner smoke, for example, over here that I feel like maybe has revolutionized the realm of Vertigo. Trace, man, I can't believe you have a smoke named after you.
I don't even know that I do. Nothing official. I didn't get the paperwork in the mail. I haven't signed any documents, so we'll be on the lookout for that, as well as an A hit here from the side of G2. They're causing a lot of ruckus, causing a lot of commotion. And out mid they go. Jax leading the charge. He's been a hot shot so far. Ooh. Sharpshooter even.
Yeah, G2 had excellent utility on this construction position, just nading and throwing Molotovs and just keeping pressure up. It denies you playing this box. You're going to get blown out off the round. Nikolele looking to do the damage though. Oh, you can almost see, once that smoke fades, he's going to know. He is going to know, but Jax is faster, quicker on the trigger, and getting a double into B. It's like Dust2 all over again. He's just running the gauntlet, and he won't stop on these entry kills. Kenny on alert. Does get shut down, and that opens up the chance for either a retake or a save. Which option do GODSENT pick?
Well, from the looks of it, it's going to be home sent. Or at least in this motion. I mean, they could go for it here, but the time is starting to tick away drastically, and they're not being given any more kills here.
Yeah, this B site feels like it's going to be a really, really hard one to retake, especially if you're sat like a man down like this, where you don't have a lot of utility to cut off some of these angles. Because that's the thing with B, it is now so open as a bomb site, right?
Like
and there's so many angles that you can hide in, that you just take these straight up gunfights from, and like, you know, I really want to see what the kind of meta evolves around when we see, you know, teams retaking the B site and kind of getting into the swing of it. Like, what becomes the meta, you know? Is it going to start to feel like how the A site did over on Vertigo in the early stages of this map, where a lot of it is like players hiding down towards the ramp, trying to hold on to the bomb site from there? Or is it going to revolve more around this kind of mid-construction area, right? And, you know, hinging on that mid-control? I think it's very exciting because it's like a very unique bomb site in that sense.
There's a lot of cool ways to play it as well. When it came out, we sat on the servers until about 5 in the morning, just figuring out little off angles and spots. It's a really nice bomb site. So let's hope we get to see some more of it. But right now, G2 want A for a change as they get aggressive towards the ramp. The Molly is going to keep Jax back. He won't commit ahead of it. Molly on the sandbags, but no one there. 4 men on the A site for GODSENT. They are more than prepared for this play. But the issue is the armory ain't quite as open. 2 guns. Hunter's going to clear out short with a Molotov. Jax getting dunked with a further grenade, down to 30. Got to watch himself now on the chopping block. But the only util left is Crystal and a smoke, ready to throw that out towards B. G2 get their pick on the A site, and they're going to try and double down with it. They triple down with it. 3. Blink and you miss it. This round might be over, and Zen certainly is out of it. Crystal looking to save his gun. Was on that B site, now middle. But it's all about staying alive and taking them down while you do.
Easy does it for G2. 5th round on the board, and they don't look to stop anytime soon.
And the fact that they picked this map, I mean, obviously the results are enough, right? We can see they've been doing their homework. They have a lot of nice, you know, fast T-side rounds and plenty of utility in some of these new positions that they would have had to have worked out over these last couple of days. And G2 just look very prepared. And I wonder for GODSENT, you know, of course they play this map, but how familiar are they with this current version? Obviously, no one is really familiar, but, you know, I think it's certainly going to hold out in the favor of G2 here.
I think it kind of shows volumes as well, like for where the pro scene is at, right? Because you remember when like new maps used to get added historically, and it kind of felt like, you know, like for top teams, a lot of them would just shy away from it in the beginning, even with like big changes, right? They would wait until they kind of really got a grasp on the map. And it would usually be like underdog teams quickly trying to take to these new maps to exploit them and try and use them against the top tier opposition. But now it feels like, you know, map gets added or map gets changed. You know, you've got to be in the server that night, coming up with smokes, coming up with flashes, because it feels kind of rare to see teams with anything less than like a 6-map pool. I mean, you just don't see that nowadays, really.
That is a good point. You know, I feel like a lot of it is like the respect as well. Like a lot of teams in the past are very happy to just go, all right, they like Mirage, Dust, and Inferno, and Cash, and we like Mirage, Dust, Inferno, and Cash. Let's just play those maps. No one likes Nuke. Lean away from it unless you're one of the teams that really sweats it, right? So yeah, there was always that. But obviously, as times change, as teams get more competitive, as the scene you know, broadens, obviously people want to win, and the best way of doing that is building the best map pool. And with Nuke, you know, going from this hated map to this fan favorite, and in my opinion, the best in the pool. You know, I think that's certainly changed things up, because you now just can't have, you know, Nuke as an insta veto and Vertigo. You need to play one of them, if not both. And G2, well, they've got both of them in this map, in this series.
Jax almost caught a grenade. That was almost the end of that, wasn't it?
Down
this mid-gap being smoked after the Molotov was dropped onto it. Almanac be holding an angle for what would be an A-side push out. And And they're going to use smokes to stop that in its tracks. Good stuff here from G2 to really hold on to this territory that they've gained and control.
Yeah, GODSENT don't know where this is going. They're leaning on a 2-2 right now. They're kind of split up, and G2 have great map control to flank into this A site. Now this should be getting covered. Stiko's watching the A site. Where is Madden? Is my question. Here he is, checking out the corners, clearing the angles, and finding Amanek. No, he won't. He looks away. Had to kill to set up this split. Amanek is doubled down, dropping the man at the back of the site. It is clear. It is a done deal. With 5 seconds, the plant will be found. Amanek anymore, buddy. Give us a fourth. Not going to be allowed, but the round certainly will be for G2.
And you can hear some typing going on. I'm going to speculate that a timeout could be coming in for GODSENT in the very near future, because this round is pretty much done. Makalele wants to get close to the problem, and, well, he found it. Look at this. Kenny S., you love to see that.
Yeah.
Technina.
Trace, you're in their minds. You called it. The pause is here.
Weirdly enough.
You better get on the Discord and tell them what to do, where to go, how to do it.
Nah, I'm under the assumption that everybody in the entire professional community uses TeamSpeak.
Yeah, true.
For what it's worth, at least. But you are correct, Amundo. What do GODSENT need to discuss here, though? What is it that is failing from their CT side, other than the fact that G2 are just landing shots across the board?
Yeah, I think right now a problem that they're having is this mid area, right? And I think, you know, in this iteration of Vertigo, mid is going to be a very, very, like, pivotal position, and one that's pretty...
Cracked, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Just to crack it open.
Yeah, but, you know,
that's right. Mid wasn't important on this map. No one ever went mid. You sometimes have those lurks, but Amanek just shows us in this round the value of having a player deep in middle is so good.
And so now, right, with this kind of construction area being one that feels like pretty hard to hold down, I don't think that's how we're going to see teams try and hold on to middle, right? We already see, I think it's Zen who's been over towards mid a couple of times now. He's actually kind of just playing like passively on the other side of construction, waiting for them to come to A, but this gives a huge bit of control over to G2, right? That's how they were allowed to worm players into the back line for that A play in the round prior. So I'm really curious to see what the response is going to be from GODSENT here and how they want to try and deal with some of this aggression, especially in the mid area. But in this round, it's more towards ramp right now for G2. They have Kenny leaning on out with the AWP, looking for an opener. That Molotov forces Stiko out into the open, and with that peak force forward, he goes down. In the meantime, Zen has bested Hunter over towards short side, but it's not without some damage exchanged either way. Jax is far deeper than they ever could have expected.
Nice.
And this whole round could fall apart. Madden will respond with one, but it's cancelled out by Kenny, who goes on a bit of a tear. He looks damn good on Vertigo as he puts 3 on the board to continue this great performance. 11-2 on Kenny and a 7-0 lead for G2.
It's exactly what we prophesized. Kenny feeling cool, calm, and collected. I mean, it's Vertigo 101. He's always there. He's always fragging on this map. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you might say cool as a cucumber. I'll say cool as the underside of the pillow, because that is the coolest of cools. But shot at redemption here for GODSENT. Weapons back in their hands. It's going to be 4 M4s. Excuse me, 5 M4s. That funny looking one there on Stiko. Anyway, perhaps you can get some shots here to land on the scaffolding side of things. And no, that's even that.
Well, another advantage for G2, add it to the book. Back on Dust2, 16-12 game. The opening kills went 16 for G2, 12 for GODSENT. So things were pretty level-headed there. And it was just a case of coming down to the later round, the latter part of the round. We haven't seen many B contact plays, but G2 are going right for it. They've lost a man in the process, so just committing with 4 here. There's no one in the site. Makalele finally coming in on rotation, but he was checking the construction. GODSENT scared of another middle lurk that could be a problem here in this round. It's not going to be, but they don't know that. Here comes the contact. Next are getting flashed in, looking for the fight. Makalele blind on the site. They're going to clear him out. Nothing he could do but die there. Trade from Zen, but he's been smoked off, trying to go above it. And he might actually boost up on top of the head of Madden, vice versa. Madden goes up and above, but he won't go beyond. Down to 7. Risky situation. Smoke spam could end this round here for GODSENT, but instead G2 just lock in position.
Yeah, they've got the bomb planted. Now they just need to hold on. Nexa being real elusive with it. He's going to find himself back in that bomb spot. Smokes everywhere on the site, create quite a bit of chaos. Perhaps Nexa, though, with the lineup here, can't get it done, but he won't. Crystal will have the answer. Almost as if he has a crystal ball. We're going to see GODSENT pick up their first round.
Yeah, there were a few firsts in this round, right? Crystal gets his first kills in the game, an important 3K for them to get their first round on the board. Nexa gets his first death as well. He has not gone down up until that round there. So a first on the board for GODSENT, first few kills for Crystal, and the first death for Nexa there. And now moving in to round number 9, GODSENT, they can't let the good times elude them after this one round win. They have to start chaining a couple together if they want to long this one out.
Sometimes it just takes one. Break the mold, get into the swing of things. Will that be the solution, though, for GODSENT? Amanek and Hunter taking short side. Crystal gets aggressive to his own demise, but there is a trade in play. Man are going to hang around for quite a while, maybe thinking he couldn't escape in time. There was a chance, but with him swinging wide, he gets traded and gives G2 again the advantage here. Walking into a full stack. Everyone here for GODSENT, but as is very common on the A site, and they might not even commit. They're going to go back, check the flanks, make sure no one's coming in to seal the deal from the back line. Crystal won the round from that in the previous, so G2 don't want any more shenanigans, and they might just walk contact B. I love that play. I love getting kills on A and walking contact B, because you're never going to have more than one player there if you go about it silently. And right now, there's not even one player. So G2 taking their time on this one. Even if they don't go B, it's going to make GODSENT consider it, and that might just be enough. The seed of doubt in the mind of GODSENT.
You want to talk about breaking the mold? Well, in this instance, all that glitters is gold, and that's going to be Kenny S taking down Stiko with the AWP. We're going to see this round progress forward. Just Zen and Makalele. Now look at positioning here of Zen. He's found his way on the flank. He's pushed through rather fast, but now the only one left alive. Surely this doesn't end badly for G2.
Oh, Kenny had just turned around. He just went to check it, but oh no, Hunter tries to stick the bomb plant, and now Nexa, the only man left standing. This was a 1v3. This should have never gone to this kind of situation, but Zen's flank has done enough. Nexa tapping in those numbers, gets it planted and rights the wrongs of G2 there. An 8th round on the board as narrowly they hold it together. AWP can get dropped over. Nexa kind of needs to buy anyway because he's approaching max money, so he can go ahead and get an AK bought up into this round, no problem. And GODSENT, they get it close, but close is not good enough here. Reinvestment back in, down to around about $2,000. Obviously, loss bonus is the one thing that GODSENT have high in supply with this kind of scoreline. And so they can afford a bit more of a costly investment in this round. And in this round, rather, there we go, 3rd time's the charm, we'll see them attempt a bit of mid-control in a much more aggressive stance than usual. 3 players here, banking on finding some early contact from G2. They might even look to push on in. Madden does have a flashbang. He's back towards construction. He could come around and try and help out. But instead, they'll play contact. They're trying to bait these AK players out into middle. The Deagle player faces, and that gets their attention. But
what was that?
Zen actually needs his teammate there. Amanek gets rid of him.
It's a love tap.
Dear. That was like just a dead-on grenade, like at his feet.
Hey man, hold this.
Zen's like, wait, I see one. He's right in the corner.
Let me nade him. Oh, dear Stiko.
Oh, no.
Trying to fight the right side. He gets re-peeked from left. And no time to escape. Only time to die. And that's where G2 are best at. 4 on 2. Madden stuck on the site. Might be able to stop a plant here, avoiding the Molotov inside of the smoke. Hunter's so close. That bomb coming late, though. If he stands up, he's going to get seen. And yeah, maybe we want to crouch and contain on that position. Instead, Hunter takes his head off. And Zen, a long way from home.
That he is.
Why doesn't he just drop through elevator, down below? Remember when that was a thing?
It would be that easy, but I don't know. He's going to elect to save this AK. And that's going to be a 9th on the board for G2. We're making it look pretty convincing now.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't already, right? Like GODSENT, they had their chance, right? They get around, they win it in a one-on-one, their money's trash, and they have one opportunity. If they win that round, they can build an economy and get into this half, and then they lose it in the one-on-one. And that's, well, this is where they're left, right? No money, no rounds, G2 with a huge bank and continuing to make more. it only gets worse.
I say CS just roll it back, man. Put Vertigo, T and CT spawn on top of each other again.
So you could air strafe behind.
Reopen the that ability.
Imagine that in pro games though. Like that would just be abused. They'd be like hard flashing. They'd be right clicking flashes off the
Down
edge of the
side
building
while they
so they
send people
fall
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like G2 would be such a great team for that because they have like such. I don't know, when they go for a fast play, like if you see G2 take Cat on Dust, we just saw it a lot. Jax will like focus, just knife out, run up Cat, drop CT while all these flashes are going over. Really, everyone knows their role. Everyone throws the right utility. G2 are very good at making the basics happen. Right now, this scoreline is more than basic. They're looking for 10, and GODSENT with only 1 to their name might not have a chance to stop them. Amanek fast and furious up middle, will look away at the wrong time and gets punished for it. Finally, a chance for GODSENT in a 4-on-3.
A chance. But as Wiseman said, something about losing rounds is possible any round. I don't know. So let's see. Oh, he asked for the kill on a Maiden really quickly and nicely done, at least with AWP. So now he's going to keep pressing it. Him and Steak are going to go toe-to-toe, and somehow, some way, Kenny S pulls the trigger quicker.
Yeah, Stiko wallbanged through an impossible angle. Who would have thought? Crystal on a flank. Can he shut it down? Oh, he certainly could. Right here, right now. But he's biding his time on the trigger. He's waiting. He gets close, and it can't fall apart once again. Not like this. The nade goes over. Hunter down to the 1v1, and he goes up, but not quite over. Just baits the shot. Crystal holds it down, and a second on the board for GODSENT. Once again, these flanks, the undoing of G2. Now, last time they were able to bail themselves outright with Nexa winning it in a 1v1, but this time that doesn't happen. And this is where, you know, for G2, as much as it might suck for them to have to do it, they might actually just have to slow things down a bit and keep an eye on these flanks, right? Because that round there, they have the man advantage. They get Amanek deep within mid, and he gets, you know, tries to just run the kind of like confidence gauntlet all the way through into the back line of GODSENT. He gets caught. They still manage to hold the man advantage, and then it's that flank that shuts it all down. Oh, fast play up towards A for Hunter, and that's him bested almost immediately. Now the rest of G2 still in tow. It's Jax looking to pick up the pace here over on short side. Has players nearby to help him should he need them. Stiko's using this smoke to his advantage, and he gets a bit of revenge. Kenny, how does it feel to get wallbanged? Huh? Not so good all of a sudden, because Stiko, the ramp belongs to him. He gets 3, looking for 4, and Stiko gets it all.
There it is.
The revenge of Martin, and a 3rd round on the board for GODSENT as they find themselves another.
Revenge of the Steak Harry. That's there's some Star Wars joke in there, I'm sure.
Good stuff by Stiko, and he gets that first kill on the guy through the scaffolding. He's thinking, okay, well, no one else is there, right? Well, he was right to a point. He backs out, they get the kills, and by they, I mean Stiko with 4 to his name in the last round. It's going to put a 3rd on the board for GODSENT, and that's going to go a long way in the scope of things.
Yeah, still a chance to recover the half. Still a chance to go 9-6. It's not the best, but honestly, it's fine. It's enough. So, GODSENT not out of this one just yet. Couple of crucial rounds saved by Crystal, and then Stiko finding their 3rd. G2 might just go back to B, a brazen play that they haven't done before. Not this early, at least. Waiting for the smoke. Oh, they know it as well. Stiko's pushed all the way down ramp. Triple mid setup for GODSENT. We might want to see one of those players go construction to B. No more window, remember, but still plenty of options on that rotate. Crystal hung out to dry. No man's land. Smoke will buy him some safety, some passage out of that position, but he's just going to hang around. That's the last thing G2 would expect, right? Another 4K?
If another flank does it again, this time only 1. And now that they get Stiko, they don't even have to commit to B. In fact, they probably won't, right? With him being in the back line, now G2 pause, because they've been holding mid. They know he can't have come from middle. He had to have come from A. And so if someone has already gotten this deep into the back line, you know that GODSENT are aware. And I like this, what G2 are doing now. They just stop. They don't retreat. They don't go back to A. They don't change the game plan. They wait outside of B. And that's put that seed of doubt in the minds of GODSENT. And now they go back. They waited all round. They caught a man looking to aggress down at the ramp. And now that Amanek's cleared out the A bomb site, they've got safe passage into the A side of the map. Madden and Zen, they've been everywhere. They've been on a tour of Vertigo, and now they show up and they show down as it's an immediate frag found. Zen is all alone. 1v4. Bless him. What can he even do here?
Not much. I mean, Amanek, he makes the read, right? But I think he hears the rotation from GODSENT. G2 sit outside of B. Amanek was already walking ramp from the start, from the second they killed Stiko on that flank. And I think he hears Zen rotating fast off of the A site. And G2 just make the call, okay, if we run now, because Amanek's already deep, we beat him back. And there's no way there's anyone on A, so we can just commit. And G2 do exactly that. They find 10 rounds, and this is a really great half being put together. Every time GODSENT, you know, they like, it's so easy to say, oh, they could get 6 here, but reality of the situation, they're not. 10-5, best case scenario. And even then, the case is only best for G2 as they sit in a commanding lead, looking to 2-0 this series, looking to kick off their road to Rio.
We're going to see a tactical timeout come in here for G2, and they're going to have to discuss why it is that they've dropped 3 rounds in a row. A lot of that can be attributed to one man, however. His name is Stiko. I believe here shortly we should have a replay of something that went down there with Stiko in that last round as he pushed all the way into lower B.
Did he get team flash? That's what I
That is what I was going to
I
look
think he did. I think he did. I didn't want to say it.
Okay, this is it right here.
It comes from above the ramp. You'll see it come down, I swear.
Right.
Here.
I'm pretty sure it comes from Crystal, right? Because look at the assist.
Yeah, on Hunter.
So and you got to wonder, like, how does that happen, right? Is that sort of like, you know, communication
I'm
breakdown?
sure Stiko calls, I'm flanking, someone flash B, and then Crystal goes, okay, and then he throws it down the choke point. Like, you know, just it happens to the best of us.
Speaking of happening to the best, over on the other stream, I do believe it's the B stream, Isurus clawing it back. They do have, I think this is the second map. Yeah, it looks like the second map. Potentially pushing it to a third as they lost the first. So back we go.
At least you'll have somewhere to go. If G2 make quick work of GODSENT here, there might be no third map after all. Like this little idea, GODSENT boosting up. That's a really sweaty angle. Dear. I don't find anything though. G2 have not pushed into middle. They have a player in the ladder, might get spotted. What? Jax even shoots. Like Jax gets damage off, which is the most ridiculous part of that. Somehow ready for that position. Madden's going to get the kill, as you would hope, but I'm stealing that. I like that boost from GODSENT. Staying fresh. Devil Walk, maybe figuring out some cheeky little spots. G2, though, they were down a man. Last time they walked into B to great success. This time, they look to take the A site. Amanek, again, lurking out late. He's going to be coming mid to come in on a flank. Either cut off B rotates, that of which there are many. GODSENT leading with 3 on that side of the map. Or on the backstab in the post plant.
And it's just such a crucial position given this iteration of the map, too, right? You think about that mid control, middle, and late of the round. Very important to hold on to that. You can see Madden is trying to watch it now. Stiko watching things with his ever-present AWP over there at the sandbag. Somehow, he's got 2 out of that. Make it 3. Stiko, he's on fire. And wow.
That was a very odd round.
Did Hunter think he killed him?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's certainly an impression I got from that. He turned away like, yep, sandbags guy,
cool. Yeah,
done and dusted, nice and easy.
Next.
Stiko, sit down, ha ha ha. And then Stiko wrecks them all from behind the sandbags.
Maybe he was flashed, right?
No, yeah, a flash did go off, but it still felt like he just stopped shooting.
Yeah.
He turned away.
Maybe he's trying to get away. You know, like, hey, gotta go.
Where else are you going to go? Into CT spawn?
Have enough of this.
Like, you know, you're surrounded. A very weird one. But around nonetheless, around the GODSENT are clutching onto with everything they got. They're very happy. With, you know, 4 minimum. Looking for 5. G2 with their second tack pause.
You know what I was just thinking about?
What were you just thinking about?
You know how in this recent update now you can see the player that you're spectating or observing's crosshair?
Yes.
Now imagine that in pro matches. Imagine right here we got to see the crosshair of everybody.
I feel like we're going to be saying this every day. I swear we did this yesterday.
Maybe not, but maybe so. A little bit of Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I'm down.
What,
you know?
about seeing the crosshairs?
The crosshairs, yeah.
It could be a little bit of a headache, you know?
Nah, it'll be fine. It's
no
fine.
one, yeah, it's not like it's not like a pug. Like no one's playing with a weird fill the screen.
Change it now.
Yeah.
Go to options. Go through all the motions. Now we'll let him do it. We'll let him do it in the break. We'll give Bastion that.
I don't even know if that's our call to.
I don't think it is either, but we're making it. We're taking it and we're running with.
Can't stop us.
We'll just run right back in this round. 10-4 G2. They are going to be steamrolling into this B site. Well, at least that of Jax is. Look at this. This guy's been a madman every round in this game. Doesn't look to slow down now. Sits on 11-8. Perhaps he can make it a few more here before this half ends. So far, it's Makalele with the only kill in the round, and Molotovs are going to create quite the problem here for the side of G2. They're going to get cleaned up. That's going to be a clean round for GODSENT. And that's going to also put us into a break. Don't go anywhere, because when I say Keck, you say W. Be right back.
Passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Book a plane, fly away. We will never be the same. As long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away. We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Well, you asked for it, so you got it. G2 versus GODSENT Keck, and that means that we're going to be moving on into the next round, or excuse me, the next half of play here. What could be the last map of play between these two teams? G2 pick up Dust2 with conviction, and now they're doing it again. Welcome back to ESL 1's Road to Rio. This is the build-up into the major. You can see the GG.bet odds there, and they are certainly swinging one way.
Yeah, I mean, G2 might be winning a trip to Rio after this one with how dominant things are going. Odds are pretty good.
Nice, man.
Thanks. Setting up outside of B at GODSENT in the pistol round. Couple of players down below. We got Madden pushed up as well in a good position. Crystal lining up utility.
Now look at this. That's going to go over that mid wall. It's going to land towards top, back of B.
Okay. Yeah, they smoked off the scaff. They've smoked off the back of spawn, so they've got to fight the site. They've got to kill everyone up towards Gens and further, but they haven't cleared out the man at the back. It's Nexa waiting in the wings, and Michaelele spamming, but he's not going to connect. They run right past him. They run towards the Gens, and yeah, that's a really good spot. It looks like, you know, the pillar's very thin, but if you just hide behind it and don't peek, often going to be discounted, often going to be forgotten about.
It's lit. I think like a very literal way to look at it is it's like the B-site sandbags in the same way that Ramp has that like little position, right?
Sure, yeah.
You can hide back there. We've been doing that a lot in our ESCA pugs, not to anyone else's knowledge, but I just hide at the back of the site and I wait for everyone else to die.
Yeah, they're going A. He keeps saving every round. It's actually, I'm kind of sick of it.
But when they finally go B, I'll get one and then get traded. So let's see now. As G2, they do manage to find the pistol. 11-5 is the scoreline right now, and it might be about to get even sweeter on the G2 side of things if they're able to find this conversion. That would set them up for a 13-5 beginning to this second half, one that could prove to be pretty short if they keep this performance up. But GODSENT not to be underestimated with these 4 spies. A gap in this smoke gives Hunter a bit of a gap to look through and a bit of a gap to kill through as he gets Makalele.
What else do you do with gaps? So, quick, clean, and concise on the A side, but B is a little more under the taking. GODSENT have got it, and they've got a bomb plant as well. G2 have got to set up for a retake with a double man advantage. Things should be fine and dandy. Low health means these pistols are going to be very problematic.
Yeah, quite a bit of flare here from the side of G2, but of course, no custom crosshairs just yet. 4 alive. We're going to be looking at the Stico Zen hold of this planet bomb. First player in generators gets taken out. A non-factor in this retake. And well, on that note, Kenny S going to get the second one. Weird situation there. The G2 special.
He's got it. Right? Surely. Yeah. It's all cool.
It's close,
Calm down, guys. It's 12 on the board.
Kenny knows
Easy.
how to do this. You know, he's defused bombs before, and he also hasn't. So, you know.
4 kills in the round for Kenny, though. The Famai makes an appearance.
Is that because there were more than one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they were.
I
say that,
Is
I
that
don't
right?
know.
Like, is that... I have to look that up.
It was actually the only one, so I don't know why I pluralized it.
Yeah.
But
Well, whatever.
Didn't mean to draw attention.
yeah, all right,
to
Harry,
that.
throw me under the bus. It's fine,
I was actually
dude.
just trying to explain it, but then, yeah, there was only one Famus in that.
Yeah,
But
well,
now
there's
there's 2, and now there's 2, and that's what matters most. Hugo was never wrong. He was just right a little later than most. Now,
actually.
that's what I meant. Jax boosted up over here in mid.
Oh, dear.
And now he's looking to put some numbers up with the MP9. However, Kenny and Nexa don't want to share. They don't want to share with Jax, so he has to take a bit of initiative. Crystal, he's in B, but no one else is in B, and the bomb is a part of that.
Site might be crystal clear, but he's clearly dead as soon as he goes any further than this generator. Look at the crossfire. G2 are welcoming him in with open arms.
Yeah, he's got to be a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, he's
not so
definitely...
much.
I mean, with this Deagle, there's a chance, but he's definitely no Clint Westwood. I can tell you that.
No, that's true.
He are indeed.
Grief. Anyway, 13 rounds for G2, running the board here on Vertigo.
Yeah, now we get to see if GODSENT can make this exciting, right? Like, you know, I think it makes some sense that over on the T half, they had a pretty trying time up against the G2 boys. Or the CT half, rather. But now, T side, you know, where you kind of have your ability to flex a bit, choose when and where you take these engagements, and, you know, can be the ones kind of dictating the flow a bit. I think there's a chance for GODSENT to spice things up, but it does very much hinge on that happening in this round here and now.
Exactly what I was going to say, right? You lose this, and the game might just be done before you even get another full rifle round. Now, what is this? A little boosteroo, getting Madden back up into this position. I like the concept. I like the idea. Of course, you can spam it, but why would a CT spam it? For no reason. They haven't seen or heard anything to insinuate there's a player there.
Yeah, one of the things that's really cool about this is, like, even if you didn't want to go to B on the back of it, even if you go and explore the other avenues on the map, if G2 at any point try and get aggressive...
So ready.
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of negates everything we were saying about it being nice, doesn't it? Next, there is a master over here in the back of the site, hidden behind this little girder. And... you know, he's not in the business of building things up. He's in the business of tearing things down. The bulldozer that is Nexa continues putting up another. Do not put yourself in his firing line, and no one heeds the warning. Nexa takes an ace to put a 14th on the board for G2. And this one might be done. This actually, we might be witnessing it. This might be the end of this series.
Yeah, we just might.
Case closed.
And if you are here towards the end of the series, which is about right now from the looks of it, with G2 up 14-5, we are set up for another game after this, a best of 3 featuring 2 South American teams. That's Made in Brazil versus Yeah. But we will not be starting that match until 10 p.m. local time, so sorry to get you all excited, but it will be here eventually. Either way, KennyS and Jax look to hold down this middle area here with this AWP. Jax finds one's only good for one. Zen with the trade. Now what will the call be? Where will GODSENT try to focus their forces?
Ooh, Zen. He's going to go back to Scaff, and that's where Kenny sits in wait with the AWP. Going up, jumping, and that's always a risk. Getting back up on top of the boxes, gets tagged in the process, dinked. Down to 30. Crystal's in B. About to figure out the terrible truths of the site as Nexa waits in the wings. He has been very, very good. I mean, I don't need to say that.
Did they not learn from last round?
Yeah.
Nexa runs this site. This is Nexa's territory.
Well, who's the next in line? That's the question. It will be Nexa. He gets blown up by Stico. Kenny almost shoots his teammate on the scap, and instead he just has to focus on the site. That's what Amanek's doing. Damage done. Michael on 1, and Amanek going to finish the job as he gets aggressive. Maybe a bit overzealous there. Like, I know this game is pretty dominant, but even then, Stico will make up for it. He gets 3, he shuts him down, he mows him down on the B site, but...
yeah, that push by Makalele seems a little unnecessary, all things considered, especially given how low the players are on your team, but...
One thing I want to say as well, it seems like, you know, obviously, back in the Pro League, this map changed 2 days before the end, and so we kept the old patch. So, you know, no one played New Vertigo, at least in Pro League. It's been a few days, but G2 have done their homework, right? Like, GODSENT have got cool things. They showed that boost on B. But the fact that Nexa was watching for it, the fact that he's waiting for it means that, well, G2 have already seen it. Someone else has tried it against them in Prague. So there's definitely that level of familiarity, a level of awareness here for G2. And they seem very prepared on the New Vertigo, which is always good, you know? You got to pick it if you're ready for it. Now, Amanek, is he ready for this? Madden can jump up. You can crouch jump.
He saw the barrel.
Oh, really? Did it go through?
Yeah, it clipped through. That's what I was just about to say.
There's a lot of clipping there.
The problem with that spot, the problem with that little top bit.
What?
Oh, my goodness. Just get away from B. It's closed. Amanek has put the shutters down. No one else is allowed in.
Explain your point, because it's a very good point.
I was going to say, right, the clipping on that little thin bit of plywood is really, really dodgy, especially as CT models I found. They clip through it all the time. From what I can tell, you know, gun barrels have always been a problem with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also, it's like backpacks or anything that like takes up that little bit of extra room on the back of CT models. Same with this like dude in the coat. They both clip through it a hell of a lot, and so you've got to watch out for that. Hopefully, that's something that gets fixed.
Valve, please fix.
Makalele trying to work some magic here, but no magic today. It's KennyS's magic stick of his own to do the damage. 15-6. Match and series point for G2.
Yeah, they've looked excellent here. I can't wait to watch more and more Vertigo as this, I say season, but as this road continues to be paved, Trace, because we've got a lot more Counter-Strike coming through, and hopefully a lot more Vertigo to see where this map is going to lie. Right now, it's lying in the favor of G2. About to 2-0 this series, about to start things off strong in their debut for the Road to Rio.
You know, Hunter, he's currently sitting on 7-12, but this is a guy that has been one of the driving forces at G2. You can't dismiss that at all. KennyS certainly having picked up the slack. Here we go. They want to keep trying their luck at B, it seems, for GODSENT.
B. No one's gone B yet.
Not gone great for them thus far, but here we are nonetheless.
Nexa is not here. He is boosting up as Hunter has his very high position on the A site. They need to deconstruct that, and they will. Already beginning the rotation as utility goes in. G2 with a passive setup on B, but that's exactly what they're ready for. Nexa holding a long line of sight, taking down 2. And the bomb might be able to get planted. There's a mid-lurk there with a double from Zen. He comes in from the scaffolding. He does get traded through the smoke, into the fire, into the pan. Nexa, he's cooking with gas, and he's got 4 kills to close out this series. G2, they're going to do it in style.
That they are. 16 rounds on the board means that the game is over. And the defuse comes in to ensure that. We're going to be going to a quick break. We come back, we're going to talk all about this G2 GODSENT game from Dust2 to Vertigo. Then we're going to start to look toward that final match of the night, which is MIBR. And yeah, We'll be right back after this break, ladies and gentlemen.